All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about taking a diet break and how that can help you lose body fat successfully and sustainably. Now, what I mean by this is when you are dieting for a long period of time, if you've ever felt like that mental fatigue or physical fatigue and dieting has become like super daunting for you, super difficult, then we want to take a little diet break. I'm going to tell you why we do that and how exactly to do that so you can lose body fat forever and keep it off forever. All right. My name is Coach Sam. I'm a fitness coach. I want to say 13 years ago, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. And ever since then, I've been straight up just talking about fitness. I've been in love with fitness and I've never gone back. So my goal is to help you drop body fat, get to the body of your dreams, and never have to worry about rebounding in weight again. Now, what exactly is a diet break? So a diet break is a planned period of time where you're going to eat at your maintenance calories, not in a calorie deficit. And this helps your body recover physically and mentally during a fat loss phase. So if I want to lose body fat, I know that for me to lose body fat, I need to be in a calorie deficit. So I need to be eating less than what my body needs. And that's going to force my body to eat away at the stored body fat. Now, when you go into a calorie deficit, that requires a lot of willpower, a lot of discipline, and you got to do some cardio. So a lot of physical activity, and that can be very draining. So if you are doing this for 3 months straight, 6 months straight, a year straight, the willpower begins to get burnt out a little bit. So we take a diet break. So instead of eating in a calorie deficit, we now eat at calorie maintenance. So we take a break from the diet, and this allows the mind to recover. You don't got to be super strict the way you were before. And then you get right back into the diet after that 1 to 2 week period, and then you start losing body fat again. So why should you take a diet break? Number one, it reduces mental fatigue. When you are constantly being restrictive, constantly turning down your favorite foods, or constantly just being strict with your diet, that can lead to you mentally burning out. You know, you start off strong, but after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you get burnt out. Then you might want to start binge eating. Then you just say, man, I give up on this diet. Number two, taking a diet break, it prevents binge cycles. So it stops you from going into those cycles where you start binge eating. Why? Because when you take a planned break, that you are intentional and you say, over the next 2 weeks, these are the foods I'm going to be eating. I'm going to give myself more flexibility. That helps you not get into the whole binge cycle because you planned it out. You planned what you were going to eat. You're not just going off of your feelings and the fact that you were restricted. So now you're just going to eat whatever you want. No, it was intentional and planned. Number three, it replenishes your energy. When you take a diet break, you're now going to be eating more carbs because most of the time when we diet, we reduce the amount of carbs, like the amount of rice, potatoes that we're eating, and we don't have that much energy for the gym. So during the diet break, it replenishes our energy so we can have better workouts. Number four, your hormone regulation. So you have hunger hormones. You have leptin and ghrelin. One of those hormones makes you feel hungrier. The other hormone makes you feel full. Now, the longer you diet, those hormones get out of whack. So now you feel hungrier than normal and you feel less full when you do eat than normal. That's why when you diet for a long period of time, it can get harder after some time. So when you take a diet break, you reset those hormones. Now, when you eat a meal, you feel full like you normally should. And you don't feel excessively hungry just for no reason, which you will feel if you diet for a super long period of time and you're super strict on your diet. And number five, taking a diet break will improve long-term fat loss. You're going to be more likely to stick to the plan if you strategically put in diet breaks. So this is how I like to structure it. Let's say you start on a very strict diet and you diet for 7 weeks and you tell me, hey, I've been doing this for 7 weeks. You know, I might have dropped, let's say you dropped 18 pounds. Good job. All right. You dropped 18 pounds in 7 weeks. But you tell me the cravings are crazy. I'm hungry all the time. Instead of me telling you, keep pushing for another 5, 6, 8 weeks, I'm going to say, okay, we're going to take 2 weeks now where we do a diet break just to give your mind a reset. You know, kind of ease the, we're going to quiet all the food noise. You're not going to be as hungry after this diet break. So you take the diet break, you get your mental strength back up, and then we go right back into the deficit. And then the next time you're feeling really hungry and you need a break again, we take another break. So this allows you to lose body fat and then maintain the progress. Then you lose body fat, then you maintain the progress. Instead of losing body fat, gaining it back up because you binged. Losing body fat, then you gain it right back because you binged. Now, how often should you do a diet break? If your plan is very, very strict, like you're in a huge calorie deficit, like you're not doing any carbs at all, then you should take a diet break every 6 weeks. If your plan is not that strict, then you should take a diet break every 12 weeks. How long should it last? If you're really strict, take a 2-week diet break. If you're not that strict, then take a 1-week diet break. And you want to be eating at your calorie maintenance level, not in a surplus. Because if you eat at maintenance, you'll be losing weight. And then during the diet break time, you'll be maintaining. If you eat in a surplus, you'll be gaining weight. So I need to reiterate this. When you're taking a diet break, this does not mean eat whatever you want. This is not a cheat week. This is not a cheat break. This is a diet break, meaning we eat at maintenance. And also, the quality of food needs to be very high. Don't eat fast food. Don't eat Oreos. Don't eat cookies and ice cream during a diet break. You're eating healthy whole foods. So on a diet, I will eat chicken breasts and broccoli. When I'm taking a diet break, I'm going to eat chicken breast, broccoli, sweet potato, and avocado. So during my diet break, I add in more healthy carbs and healthy fats. I'm not going to add Doritos to my diet for a few reasons. One, if you add the Doritos to your diet, that's going to restart the craving for it. And number two, you're going to be much more likely to be eating in a calorie surplus, which basically means you're going to be putting on body fat. And also, you don't want to start up bad habits once you've conquered it. I don't like I like Oreos, but I don't need Oreos anymore because I haven't eaten them in a very, very long time. I don't care for Doritos because I haven't eaten it. The second you start introducing this stuff to yourself, the more you're going to crave it. So I wouldn't even do that. How to do a diet break. Increase your calories to calorie maintenance. How do we find out what our calorie maintenance is? You use a calorie calculator. You go to Google, you type in calorie calculator. You put in your information. It's going to tell you what your calorie maintenance is. It's also going to tell you what your calorie deficit number is. So when you're trying to lose weight, you eat in a calorie deficit, whatever that number is. When you're trying to maintain your weight or be on a diet break, you eat at the calorie maintenance number that it gives you. Next, you want to keep your protein high. When I'm on a cut to lose body fat, I'm eating 8 ounces of protein at every meal. When I'm on a diet break, I'm still eating 8 ounces of a protein at every meal. That doesn't change. The protein always needs to be there. The only thing that changes is now during the diet break, you raise up your carbs and fats. And when you're on a diet, you lower your carbs and fats. But the protein should always stay high because that's going to help you preserve your muscle. So if you want to lose body fat and look toned and have muscle and have shape, you know what I'm saying? You need to have your protein. That's going to give you your muscle. Ladies, that is going to be responsible for the legs and the glute growth that you want. So if you want to be curvy and you want to look the way you want to look, most of you, then you need your protein. Next, do not turn it into a cheat week. The food quality has to remain high. I'm telling you, if you go on a diet break and you start eating cookies and ice creams and garbage, you're just begging yourself for failure. It's going to be very hard for you to go from a cheat week back into your diet. It's going to be very hard because now you're introducing all of these flavors and all of this good food. It's going to be torture for yourself to keep the food quality high. Even when you're done losing body fat, you still always want to keep your food quality high. You don't like super fit people that are fit for life. They don't eat muffins and chocolate chip cookies and they don't eat garbage like that. If they do it in moderation, unless they just genetically super gifted. But if that's not you, then that's not your reality, so don't worry about that. But super fit people that have lost weight and maintained it, they eat high quality foods. Next, you want to keep your training the same. On a diet break, you should be going even harder because now you have more fuel for your workouts. You have more fats and carbs in your diet, so you need to be pushing even harder in the gym. Utilize that. Now, what do we do after we take a diet break? After the diet break is done, we drop the calories back into the deficit again. And what happens? We start melting off the body fat again. And now our mind is refreshed. We're not burnt out. We're excited again about the diet. Like, we're ready to go. It is what it is. Now, we drop another 20 pounds of body fat. Then we take another diet break. get the mind to reset a little bit. Then we go back into the deficit and we start melting the body fat off again. Diet breaks do two really good things, right? Number one, it gives your mind a reset. But the second thing it does is it trains you on how you need to eat once you've lost all the body fat and now you want to sustain it. So it gives you practice on how to eat at maintenance. So you don't just go from being in a strict diet to now figure it out. You want to maintain it, figure it out. No, you go into a strict diet and then you practice how you eat at maintenance. Whatever you're doing during that diet break, that's how you should be eating when you're done dieting to maintain the progress that you've made. This is how it looks. You're heavy. You lose body fat. You take a diet break, you maintain. Then you go back into the diet. You lose body fat. You take a diet break, you maintain. You lose body fat. So now you have lost all the body fat that you want to lose. You are right here. And now guess what? You just maintain this for the rest of your life. You could probably start building some muscle, but you keep your body fat low and you just maintain it. And how do you maintain it? By eating exactly the same way that you ate at each one of those diet break periods. And that's what it is. That's how you do a diet break. All right. Now, guys, if you want a custom meal plan, you can comment the word coach. I'll reach out to you about custom meal plans and one-on-one fitness coaching. If you want a free meal plan, if you comment the word meal, I will send one to you. But also, I have my fitness app. You can click the link that's in the description somewhere around here. And like you could download the fitness app. It's like $10 for the year. You get a meal plan and you get a workout plan that you could follow. So, yeah. But that's it. I'll catch you guys later.